Well, it is time to make another video. It's been a couple days. Today is November the 27th, 2016. It is 10:18 in the morning. It's a Sunday here by Lake Michigan. It's been a couple days since I made a video. I really haven't read much since I last made a video. I don't know, maybe it's the Thanksgiving, holy days. Maybe it's the coming to the end of autumn and the weather's changing and the time change. I don't know. But I'm always reading. I'm always reading something. I never get into a reading slump. Now, I might have a time where I'm not reading as much, but I'm always reading. Yeah, so sitting here this morning and I was writing in my diary, November the 27th, 2016. I'm on page 962 this morning. I thought I'd get out. Since we're coming to the end of the month, I was going to get my December 2016 diary ready. Since that's coming up, I always use this. I get these at an office supply store, these calendars, and then I always put the month inside a folder. So I was going to do that this morning. Like I said, I haven't really been reading much. I mean, I've been reading here and there and writing in my diary, and we didn't travel anywhere for Thanksgiving. We did go over last Friday over to our oldest son's for Thanksgiving. His wife and little girl, Josie Joy. And Caleb's wife's mother was there, Vicky. So we had a good time, good meal, spend time with family. So then I get this, and then I write on the folder December 2016. Put that there. And then I get this and I put it in here. Put it in the thing here, and so yeah, so yesterday was Saturday, and see, then it goes inside there. So then that's all ready for December. So Saturday I volunteer at the library, our local library used bookstore, the Book Nook, and it was pretty busy. I was surprised. I thought it would be slow, but we had people coming in, buying stuff, and so, and every time I volunteer there, I get a free book. Can't be over a certain amount of money, can't be over $2, so there is a certain limit. So the book I got for volunteering was this book, Houdini. It's called The Secret Life of Houdini, The Making of America's First Superhero by William Kalush and Larry Sloman. So yeah, I like 19th century biographies, and only thing I saw in the used bookstore that I wanted to take home was this book. So yeah, that's what I got for my free book. I like biographies, and I don't have a biography of Houdini, so that's what I got. As far as what I've been reading, like I said, I've been kind of out of it. So looking at my diary, I basically been reading the last 2 days this book called by Triune Grace, Divine Rhetoric, and Effectual Call by Jonathan Hoglund. So that's what I've basically been reading. Oh yeah, I did yesterday when I was at the Book Nook. I have a BookTube friend who just started making videos just recently, and he wants to discuss in his videos Walden by Henry David Thoreau, and I don't know why he chose that. Maybe he's just been curious about Henry David Thoreau and Walden. So as I mentioned in my past videos, I have a really large collection of books on American Transcendentalism in the 19th century. Ralph Waldo Emerson, books on Henry David Thoreau, Margaret Fuller, Emily Dickinson, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Herman Melville, that whole intellectual and spiritual movement in America around the 1850s. And so I got out yesterday. I mentioned to my BookTube friend some books that he might want to look at on Walden. And one thing I got out and that I read yesterday, there's an essay in here. Well, this is called The Cambridge Companion to Henry David Thoreau, edited by Joel Myerson. Joel Myerson is one of the foremost scholars on American Transcendentalism. I really recommend his books. I don't know if they're listed here, but anyway, I read in here, this is edited by Joel Myerson. There's a really interesting essay here on Walden. I'll try to find the page number. It says here, Walden by Richard J. Snyder on Walden. So I read that yesterday, and I read some last night. Also, this is the book I keep in my main study. I look at it all the time. It's called The Simple Life, Plain Living and High Thinking in American Culture by David E. Shee, I think. There's a really interesting chapter in here it's called On American Transcendentalism, Chapter 6, Transcendental Simplicity. So yeah, I was looking at this, and then I was looking at this book also this morning. I got it out, The Transcendentalists by Barbara A. Packer. This is like a study. It says here, this is widely acknowledged by scholars of 19th century American literary history as the best written, most comprehensive treatment to date of Transcendentalism. Barbara L. Packer presents Transcendentalism as a living movement involving such origins as New England Unitarianism and finding early inspiration in European Romanticism. Transcendentalism changed religious beliefs, philosophical ideas, literary styles, and political allegiances. In addition, it was a social movement whose members collaborated on projects and formed close personal ties. Transcendentalism contains vigorous thought and expression throughout, says Packer. Only a study of the entire movement can explain its continuing sway over American thought. Through fresh readings of both the essential Transcendentalist texts and the best current scholarship, Packer conveys the movement's genuine expectations that its radical spirituality not only would lead to personal perfection, but also inspire solutions to such national problems as slavery and disenfranchisement. Here is Transcendentalism in whole, with Emerson, Thoreau, Fuller restored to their place alongside contemporaries as Bronson Alcott, George Ripley, Jones Very, Theodore Packer, James Freeman Clark, Ozell Branson, and Frederick Henry Hedge. So yeah, I recommend this as an overview of American Transcendentalism. I read through this all, every once in a while. It's a good text. So I was looking at that. Like I said, so I'm always reading something. I'm either reading the Bible and reading some Christian theology, or I'm reading 19th century biography, or I'm writing in my diary. I also got this book out this morning for devotions, the book of Isaiah and God's Kingdom, a thematic-theological approach by Andrew D. Abernethy. So I read this, and I read American Transcendentalism, and I read about the simplicity advocated by American Transcendentalism, and read about Walden and Henry David Thoreau, the Cambridge Companion Henry David Thoreau. So like I said, I'm always reading something here and there. I spend a lot of time writing in my diary. I spend a lot of time just sitting. When I go through my dark periods of depression, I have a hard time focusing. So I just sit and think, write, listen to music, and the days go by. So we're coming to the end of November. We're coming into December, the last year of 2016. So that's what's going on here in my book world. I thank you for the new subscribers and for the questions and comments. I do pray that you have a good week. Until next time, bye.